I find it interesting how Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal handle with their player customization elements with online play. The Doom franchise is all about customizing and modifying the experience, and the reboot games have carried this spirit with the cosmetic items at least. If you don't know already, when you go on Doom 2016's multiplayer and start to rank up, you unlock various armor types, colors, and other ways to customize your Doom Marine character. The customization options were actually pretty extensive, and Doom 2016's multiplayer was very underrated. There were custom emotes you could add to your character, and the personality in Doom 2016 multiplayer was there, but I think the open beta really soured everyone's taste and it never got the proper appreciation it deserved. The Doom 2016 multiplayer is another can of worms, and I want to discuss it more at a later time. Doom Eternal, on the other hand, ditched the Marine customization for custom skins and events, which I ultimately do prefer. While yes, you can't make your own personal Doomslayer, I think the skins that id Software have been putting in more than make up for that. To be honest, I had no idea what a battle pass was before 2020, and Doom Eternal incorporates one into its online service. As you play Doom Eternal and gain online XP, you level up your accounts and eventually collect little trinkets through the game's events. There have been 8 events that have been released, and you only have about a month to collect their rewards before the game switches to another event. With that in mind, I wanted to review and give my thoughts on each Doom Eternal event that has been released so far, as well as talk about the weekly challenges and how they can potentially be improved. Series 1 is nothing special, and they didn't have a specific theme to work with. However, this is understandable because they just launched the game when the first event came out. The Fire Lord Marauder skin is badass, and the Ember Slayer is also really cool, although it is similar to the skin that players got with the Doom Eternal Deluxe Edition. One aspect that I find really interesting about Doom Eternal skins is how you actually receive them via a collectible action figure, and these can be leveled up too in order to get more out of a reward. For example, the Fire Lord Marauder can be leveled up, and as you do that, you get more animations and emotes for him. This engages the player even more with the events, and it makes them want to play the game. The icons and little stickers are things that I don't really care about, but I'm glad they are included nonetheless. They are small touches, but for those who enjoy collecting these little emblems and stuff, I hope you like them. If you buy the re-releases of Doom 1 and 2, you get some bonus items, so for those collectors out there, I recommend getting those. Along with the character skins, there are also custom weapon skins, and that concept was carried over from Doom 2016. Even though you can alter the colours and everything yourself in Doom 2016, and with Doom Eternal you can't, it's still cool that they incorporated new weapon skins as well. Series 2 actually has a theme this time, and it was called Coffee and Ammo. The highlight of this event is the hipster Archvile and the coffee shop podium he comes with. I think this sparked a bit of a stir when it came out, with how it might be playing fast and loose with the Doom property, but I don't see this being an issue. Doom is inherently ridiculous, and I made a whole video on this before. While Doom has never referenced hipsters or internet culture, and yes, it is silly, these are just online skins that you don't even have to collect. As long as the Doomslayer doesn't say poggers or any bullshit like that in the next game, I think we'll be okay. The weapon skins in this event look awesome, especially with the psychedelic plasma rifle. I wish I had this skin, but oh well. As you can see, id Software thought outside the box a bit more with Series 2 and just had fun with it. Speaking of id Software, I am grateful that they are supporting Doom Eternal this much with post-launch content, all while working from home. I'd imagine that wouldn't be an easy thing to do, so I respect their dedication to the game. Series 3 is the Precious Metals event, and it includes a fucking Pain Elemental Rapper skin. What can I really say about this that doesn't just speak for itself? I think it's great, and while the rest of the skins are fine with them being based on gold and other metals, the Pain Elemental steals the show, let's be honest. Before we continue, I also like how the Marauder's axe has been coloured bright gold when you get his skin in Series 3. In between Event 3 and Event 4, an intermission event took place called Castle Greyscale, and if you couldn't tell already, all of the skins and emblems are in black and white. There's not too much to note with this event, since it was just a bridge the gap between the two series, but I love the name. This is straight out of He-Man with the Castle Greyscale name, and I think the personality on display is very charming. Series 4 was dubbed Hack to the Future 2, and apart from the classic Doom podium and old school Revenant skin that you can collect, this event was a little underwhelming to me. I appreciate the retro emblems and stuff, but the other skins fall a little by the wayside. At least the Blue Flame Archvile looks pretty damn slick though. And this is free content after all, so I shouldn't expect gold every time. Also, I've got to say, the classic Doom podium might be the best thing I've seen in a while out of these events, so Series 4 wasn't entirely without merit obviously. Another intermission occurred with Return to Castle Greyscale. That name is fucking badass and brings two iconic properties together with Wolfenstein and He-Man. As you would expect, there are more black and white character skins and profile icons, nothing too much to note here. The featured skin of Series 5 was the Elvis Mancubus with his Las Vegas podium. The following 3 events are all based on holidays, with Series 6 being based on Halloween, Series 7 based on Thanksgiving, and Series 8 based on Christmas. These are all gimmicky events, and I appreciate them for what they are. And those are all of the events so far in Doom Eternal, and with the current circumstances, id Software have done an excellent job supporting the game up to this point. The events have been creative and light-hearted, and while some people might take that as taking the piss out of a franchise, I think if it doesn't bleed into the actual campaign experience, then it doesn't matter. Getting these event rewards comfortably requires players to perform online challenges, and this is where I draw my biggest criticisms. The most recent challenges were kind of poor, as most of them involved playing a certain amount of levels or winning a certain amount of battle mode matches. I'm sorry, but those are not challenges, but I understand why they weren't too creative with them being the holiday season at the time, and id Software employees would have been going home for Christmas. That being said, I would love to see some more unique challenges, similar to the ones we saw in Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal's single player mode. Taking out a certain number of demons using a specific gun, or maybe getting 50 headshots, or something more engaging than play X amount of levels. To translate, playing X amount of levels is basically just saying, play the campaign, which isn't a challenge. However, Doom Eternal's online battle pass has actually been pretty damn good, and I'm glad there's no annoying microtransactions or anything. The events are pretty fair as well, giving players plenty of time to get all the rewards before they move on. What event theme would you like to see in the next Doom Eternal series? I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. If we could get an event centered around Doom 3, and it could have the Doom 3 Mancubus and Revenant skins, that would be incredible for me. I'm interested to hear what you guys will come up with in regards to potential future events and things along those lines. And I thank you for watching.